So we're going to do a really simple exercise here, which is really good for posture and stability. So Craig is going to stand in a nice upright position, nice neutral spine, pulling tummy muscles in, and for that extra bit of help with balance, he's just going to place his left hand on the chair there. It's going to be a super simple exercise. He's going to brace his core muscles and very gently lift his right knee up, nice and slowly, and lower it down nice and slow. In fact, you can even go a little bit slower if you want, Craig. So bringing it up, perfect, and back down again. If you can't get it up to your waist height, don't worry. You're just going to bring it up as far as you can and then placing it down, and obviously repeating on the other side as well. And so nice and slow on the other side for me now. That's good, bringing it up and down. So this is taxing your posture, and also we've got our leg muscles and our hip muscles that are being worked as well. So keeping the movement nice and slow, you're going to aim to do between 12 to 15 repetitions. You can either do that on one side and then change to the other, or if you find it easier at first, do alternating sides.
Right guys, we're going to start with a really simple way for a chair-based workout to engage your glutes, so your big thigh muscles and your hamstrings as well. So what we're going to do, Rachel, if you can just take a seat, if you move to the front of the seat for me. By going to the front of the seat and sitting nice and tall, just roll the shoulder blades back slightly. We're engaging all the core muscles, making it easy to breathe as well, so that stability is really important. What I want you to do is take, it could be anything, so it could be a coaster, it could be a plastic bag, a book, anything that slides across the floor. So if you put the ball of your foot on top of there for me, and then as you push away, push down, that resistance there is working the quads, your thighs, and then push and pull back in, and that's working the hamstrings. So working the front and the rear of the legs. So you can keep doing that for me. Maintain that tall, stable position. So as we slide and push forward, pushing the weight down, so it's the weight as much as you feel for the resistance. You're engaging your quads, your thighs. As you pull it backwards, it's your hamstrings. You should aim to do 12 to 15 repetitions. And as you push and pull, you're working both sides, which is exactly what we want to do. You can progress this if you wanted to by taking it and starting to create some letters or draw some shapes, because then you're going to start to get some directional movement in as well. We should aim to just keep that movement slow and controlled. Awesome, brilliant. Right guys, so we're going to look at a seated exercise, working the biceps. So start with a movement pattern. So again, so you Rachel sat to the edge of the chair, chest is up, core is engaged to get that good posture, palms facing forward and the elbows pinned in towards your ribs. And just bring up your palms for me, up to shoulder height, and then back down again, nice and slow and controlled. And just repeat that. So looking at 12 to 15 repetitions on this one. Make sure the breathing is steady and regular, and the movement stays consistent. Fantastic, brilliant.
Good to go.
Okay, so progression on from doing the bodyweight exercise for the biceps, adding some resistance, and that could be with resistance bands, it could be bottles of water or cans of soup like we've used here. So again, exactly the same position. Rachel sat towards the edge of the chair, chest up, core engaged, and bringing the palms up to shoulder height and back down in a controlled motion. Here, so breathing in on the way down and breathing out on the way up. So always breathing out as you put the work in, and that's on the bicep curl. And again, we're looking at 12 to 15 repetitions, nice and steady pace and controlled. Right guys, so if you've done bicep work front of the arm, we need to look at the triceps as well. So really small motion, just working and isolating that muscle. So what I'm going to do is a very start motion. Is Rachel, if you put your left arm onto your left knee for balance and lean forwards for me, and then you're going to pin your elbow into your ribs again for me. And it's just taking the hand back from the thigh, so you're going backwards to engage your triceps here. So it's nice and slow there, and push back. So just take your hand, doesn't need to go that far forward, just come down to the hip there and push back. So we're just looking at the triceps back here. Again, 12 to 15 repetitions. So the last progression we can use on this one is again supporting your own body weight, back nice and flat. Just put your chin down ever so slightly, get your neck in line, perfect, great. And it's both arms taking back. So again, just to the thigh, so not quite so far forward. Coming down just there, and then you're pushing back and really focusing on engaging the triceps. And again, we're looking at 12 to 15 repetitions.